Expect the Cleveland Browns to carry 4 quarterbacks on their 53-man roster. Wow, that doesn't normally happen. It's just, I think they're afraid that if they let one of these guys go, somebody's going to snatch him up.
Quarterbacks this late in August, it's got to be kind of uncomfortable at this point.
Yes, especially if you're a rookie. These two rookies, they're in a tough situation because, first of all, Dillon Gabriel, he goes there, he's drafted in the 3rd round. Okay, I'm the future. And then Shedeur gets drafted right after him with a big personality, all the things that come along with that. It's got to be very difficult, not only on Shedeur, but also on Dillon, because all of the attention is on Shedeur.
Or Shedeur Sanders, somebody would sign him to their active roster, and you don't want to run that risk. Guy that's been in your program for the better part of 6 months, since the draft.
What happens when fear drives a franchise instead of vision? When a front office makes a call not from confidence, but from panic? Welcome to Cleveland. Hit like and subscribe right now because this is about to get real. If you love Shedeur, then comment SS 100%. This is the story the league is whispering about. This is the moment the Browns reveal who they are under the lights. Shannon Sharpe just put his finger on the pulse. The quarterback room is crowded, the depth chart is unsettled, and a 5th-round rookie named Shedeur Sanders has the entire building second-guessing itself. Shannon did not just react to Joe Flacco being named QB1. He said this move exposes fear. Fear of the wrong choice. Fear of losing Shedeur, fear of being haunted by the quarterback they let slip away.
Expect the Cleveland Browns to carry 4 quarterbacks.
So they will do that.
4 quarterbacks on their final 53-man roster.
Whew.
I expect they'll have 4 there. They're going to keep both rookies. They're going to keep Flacco. So we're really talking about Kenny Pickett.
What about Pickett?
And I expect he makes the roster because quarterbacks are currency.
What's the Wendy? When Adam says expect, somebody called him.
Or maybe the Cowboys trade for Kenny Pickett.
Or maybe somebody calls about one of the rookie quarterbacks.
This is more than a starter being named. This is a rookie forcing a billion-dollar franchise into a corner. This is a team that refuses to risk cutting Shedeur because they know the hype is not smoke. It is fire, the kind of fire that can warm a city or burn a plan to the ground. The announcement came first. Joe Flacco is QB1. On the surface, it feels obvious. He is 40. He is a Super Bowl MVP. He has lived in pressure for years. Kevin Stefanski said Joe gets the week 1 start. It is his first opening game start since 2022 with the New York Jets. It looks like stability. It looks like calm water. If it were that simple, we would not be here. We would not be talking about panic. We would not be talking about fear. Because behind Flacco's calm is chaos. Behind the press release is a front office terrified to let go of the future. Shannon Sharpe made one thing clear. If the Browns were truly confident in their direction, they would not carry 4 quarterbacks. In the modern NFL, 3 quarterbacks is rare. 4 is almost unheard of. Yet Adam Schefter reports that Cleveland plans to keep all 4 on the 53-man roster: Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, Dillon Gabriel, Shedeur Sanders. Why keep them all? Because they are scared. Scared to release Dillon Gabriel because another team will scoop him up. Scared to cut Shedeur because another team will unleash him and make the Browns look like fools. Shannon spelled it out. No team hoards quarterbacks if they are sure. You hoard when you hedge. You hoard when you fear the one that got away. Think about the timeline. In April, the Browns took Shedeur Sanders in the 5th round, a developmental pick, a flyer, a project to groom. But now, only months later, they cannot stomach losing him. That is not normal for a mid-round quarterback. That is how you treat a hidden gem you believe can break out. That is how you treat potential you do not want to watch explode in another uniform. So Shannon is sounding the alarm. Cleveland knows Shedeur is too good to risk, which means this is not strategy. This is survival. This is a team paying a tax to its own fear. Carrying 4 quarterbacks costs roster spots at other positions. Special teams depth takes a hit, rotations get tight. You do not pay that tax unless you are afraid of the headline that says the Browns cut Shedeur and he became a star. Circumstance is part of the mess. Kenny Pickett arrived in a bold move, then lost most of camp to a nagging hamstring. The chance to separate as the clear backup slipped away. Dillon Gabriel showed a strong arm and flashes of juice, but not enough consistency to to slam the door. Shedeur looked electric in limited preseason action. Quick release, calm in chaos, then an oblique slowed him down, so the Browns sit in limbo. No one separated, no one claimed the job outright, and instead of making the tough choice, they chose fear. Keep everyone. Do not risk the wrong cut. Do not risk Shedeur going somewhere else and lighting the league on fire, because deep down they know that is possible, maybe even likely. Shannon Sharpe was not shocked that Joe got the nod. The veteran is the security blanket, the known quantity. What grabbed his attention was how the Browns treat Shedeur. Like a treasure chest they do not want anyone else to open, like a quarterback whose value is already bigger than his draft slot, bigger than his experience, bigger than any temporary injury.
Then he came back. Shedeur played really well the first game. Then he got an oblique injury. He was out. And then Dillon Gabriel took it over, and then he played fairly well.
So he warned the league, Shedeur is coming. Not today, not tomorrow, maybe not in the first few games, but when a franchise shows this much fear of losing a rookie, it tells you the truth. The Browns believe in Shedeur. They are just too scared to say it out loud, too scared to hand him the keys over a Super Bowl veteran, too scared to declare the future while the present feels fragile. We also have to talk about what Shedeur represents. He is not just a quarterback, he is Dillon Sanders' son. He is the face of a new generation. He brings skill and culture and charisma and brand power. His jersey moves, his NIL legacy changed the game, his social following is a force. He does not just play, he shifts the room. So when Shannon says Shedeur is coming, it is not only about X's and O's, it is about inevitability. It is about a star who can move markets and command attention and lift a fan base. The Browns know that if they cut him, the blowback will be instant. Fans will revolt. Media will roast them. Rival teams will line up to grab him, so they hoard him, so they panic. Here is the twist. Joe Flacco did not ask for a soap opera. He just wants to play ball. He wants to be the steady hand for a talented roster. But every snap he takes will be shadowed by Shedeur. Every incomplete pass will be followed by a whisper, "What about Shedeur?" Every interception will spark the debate, "Why not give the kid a chance?" Flacco may have the job, Shedeur has the attention, and attention is power in the modern NFL. That is the quiet reality Shannon exposed. Joe Flacco is QB1 on paper. Shedeur Sanders is QB1 in the minds of fans and media, and maybe a few people in that front office. You can delay a moment, you cannot hide from a movement. This is the problem with playing scared. Panic-driven decisions rarely end well. Keeping 4 quarterbacks is a billboard for indecision. It tells the locker room you are not sure who you are. It tells the league you are hedging. In this sport, weakness gets exposed fast. You face a pass rush on Sunday and nobody cares about your hedge. They care about clarity and command. If Shedeur Sanders is the future, then own it. Groom him. Build your offense around him. Craft the protection. Speed up the reads. Give him a plan and let him grow. If he is not the guy, then cut him and move on. Do not sit in the middle. The middle breeds division in the room. The middle creates confusion in the huddle. The middle wears down a fan base that wants a direction. Shannon is right. Shedeur is coming. Handle this the right way and he can be your spark and your answer. Handle this the wrong way and he becomes the ghost that haunts you. Not as the savior you trusted, as the quarterback you were too scared to trust. Look at the bigger picture. The league has told this story before. Aaron Rodgers sat behind Brett Favre. Patrick Mahomes sat behind Alex Smith. Tom Brady sat behind Drew Bledsoe. In every case, the veteran was the safe choice, until the rookie was inevitable. Courage and timing are everything. The teams that win stop hedging and choose a path. The Browns might be writing the next chapter. This is the fork in the road. You can embrace a plan with conviction, or you can let fear dictate your future and watch someone else take your moment. In a city that breathes football, the choice will echo for years. Here is what the roster math says. If you keep 4 quarterbacks, you cut elsewhere. A special teamer is gone. A defensive back is gone. A rotational lineman is gone. You only make that sacrifice when you cannot live with the thought of your rookie thriving somewhere else. That is not belief in the current plan, that is fear of regret. Here is what the tape said. Flacco can manage. He can win you structure, he can give you a professional start, he is a steady hand, but he is not a long-term answer. Not at 40, not in this league, and the city knows it. The crowd will feel every wobble, the phones on talk radio will light up, the drumbeat for Shedeur will grow with every stall. Here is what the energy says. Shedeur is a cultural wave. He is a modern star, he is great. gravity. He draws the cameras, he draws the kids, he draws the future. When a rookie has that kind of pull, you either channel it or you get dragged by it. The Browns are trying to bottle lightning while also pretending the sky is clear. There is a way forward that does not tear the room. Be honest. Set the timetable. Say Joe is the starter, say the rookie needs a runway, say there is a plan, then live by it. Do not flinch at the first roar. Do not panic at the first bad drive. Build the scaffolding for Shedeur to step in when he is ready. That is vision, that is leadership, but if you keep hedging, the locker room will feel it. Veterans smell indecision. Young players hear the whispers. Coaches coach tight when they feel a switch could land at any moment. You cannot play loose and fast if everyone is braced for a headline. That is how a season slips. The Browns are not the first team to stare at this mirror. They will not be the last. The difference is in the gaze. Do you see fear or do you see future? Do you trust your eyes or do you chase your shadows? Because the league will force that answer sooner than you think. So here is the final word. Joe Flacco is QB1, but he is not the story. Shedeur Sanders is the story. Carrying 4 quarterbacks is not about Joe, it is about fear. Fear of losing Shedeur, fear of missing the next big thing, fear of headlines and highlights and backlash. Shannon Sharpe sees the truth. This is a panic move. This is a franchise hedging because deep down it knows what is coming. The truth is simple. The fans can feel it. The league can feel it. Shedeur Sanders is coming, and Cleveland knows it.